What's going on, guys? You all here, and welcome to Confabulate, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm your host, Yoel Sanchez. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, guys, we have one of my good friends here, Jaimey Rivas. Thank you, Jaimey, for stopping by. Welcome to Confabulate.
What's going on, everyone? Yoel, thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate the opportunity, and let's have a fun time just catching up.
Yeah, I'm excited to catch up because I haven't seen you in a long time. When was the last time we saw each other?
That's a really good question. Can't even say. I want to say maybe about like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. I feel like it was maybe during like MPC.
Yeah.
But you started taking classes at the Marina Education Center, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, me too. And the first thing I wanted to mention was your major, because you were telling me about it a while ago. Tell me about how you switched your major. Like, what's your major?
Oh, man. So, originally, after graduating from high school, I didn't really have, what I wanted to be in the future. First, I decided that I wanted to be into business, and I'm like, wait, what the hell am I doing? I hate math with a passion. And then from there, I switched to communications. And then, quickly, I was like, why am I doing this? Because, there really opportunities, Do I have, a lot of opportunities, a lot of windows that I could open up with this major? From there, and then I stumbled onto my last option, which was learning a new language. And actually, before taking this course, I started majoring in Japanese language. I was originally going to take a semester off just to work and kind of just think about, what I can, potentially might find maybe in the next semester. But long story short, I ended up taking a Japanese class. Super, super fun. It was really intriguing. My professor, who is still my professor till this day, she's been an amazing person. She's always been motivational. And then I think within the first week after I started taking my Japanese class, I just really enjoyed it. And I instantly knew that it's something I felt passionate for and loved. And, there are options too for in this major. And sure enough, I decided to go ahead and just go with this.
Yeah, I like how you explained in the beginning how, you didn't know what you wanted to do at first. You tried so many different things, because that's something very normal that a lot of college students go through. I went through that. I went to college and I'm just like, what do I want to do? I felt I was forced to do things by older people in my family, kind of no, you got to do this so you can make more money, shit like that. And but deep down inside, it was always music for me. Music's the only thing that's going to make me happy. So why do I want to listen to other people? And I wanted to take a semester off too, because I was just so lost. I feel like every student gets lost in that kind of moment. So for you to find Japanese as a new major, I think it's really cool. So where are you with that right now with your Japanese major?
So as of right now, I'm in CSUMB, so I'm taking advanced Japanese courses. I'm trying to get through this one plan. I'm still taking classes in MPC, but I'm already enrolled into CSUMB, but I'm working out with this plan with my counselor. But anyways, so as of right now, like I mentioned, I'm taking a advanced Japanese class, and then in the near future, I have to take a readiness class, I believe, if I remember correctly, in order to study abroad in Japan someday.
Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, I'm going to start going to CSUMB this semester too. This will be my first semester, so maybe I'll see you around. And I didn't know that was, so that's the main goal, right, to study abroad in Japan?
Yes, that's the main goal. Hopefully, I'm able to go soon. I want to meet my friends and go just visit the culture and just eat a shit ton of food, honestly.
A shit ton of food. That's me. Every time I go somewhere, I'm like, I want the food.
It's the best.
That's really. When do you think that'll happen? When do you think you'll head over to Japan?
Good question. I still got a lot to do. Just because of my major. My major is Japanese language, but still I'm intending to be a English teacher at a Japanese high school. I do have a
Mm.
backup following that as well. If that doesn't work out, I do want to be an interpreter. Working in companies, translating Japanese to English. But yeah, my main objective is to be an English teacher someday in a Japanese high school. So I still have to do a ton of classes of English, sadly, and I'm maybe looking. I want to say maybe potentially in 2 years, I would have the opportunity to go. So I'm kind of a little bit far out. So at the time right now, I'm just trying to improve little by little. I'm talking with a lot of natives, talking with a lot of my friends, and you know, um, just trying to improve and have more knowledge of the language.
Yeah, and I'm sure like there was a lot you could have done with the Japanese major. Why did you decide um, a teacher? Was it did you want to help people specifically in Japan learning English? You just want to help people?
Great question. Honestly, ever since I was little, I never really intended to be a teacher. I always wanted to be a music composer or play professionally in the band. But anyways, it's always been a goal of mine to inspire at least one person in the world, and just let them know that whatever it is you want to try to learn, it could either be instruments, languages,
You can do
skill
it.
you're trying to pick up. Yeah, exactly. You can do it. And when I talk to my friends in Japan, from Japan, sorry, they feel like they're not confident, and I always tell them, don't give up. Always do your best. Yeah, I still speak. Like my Japanese is broken, but I enjoy speaking. I mean, it's really just about having the enjoyment of just doing what you love. And I think that, I don't know, like I just wanted to be a teacher just because I feel like a teacher is, you're in a classroom, the center of attention. You're, at your own will. If you can influence, students or, certain crowds of people, and maybe you might find something that, they are not sure about. So like, for example, I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. Maybe kids won't know in Japanese high schools what they, want to be after, they start attending universities. But if I'm able to, maybe they get interested in teaching or learning, English or any other language, I think that would be really cool for them to have that opportunity open up for them.
Wow, that gave me goosebumps, Jamie. That's so cool. That's really cool to help others. That's always
Yeah.
like a big thing for me. Just help others
Yeah.
any way you can. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
I wanted to mention music because we both have a strong love for music in very different ways. Like I love to sing, and I
Yeah.
love just music in general, all genres. But you love to play instruments, and you love to listen to new styles of music. I wanted to know. I know you play the piano and the guitar. How's that working for you? Those two instruments.
It's going great, man. I'm actually still playing electric guitar till this day. Not really taking anything too seriously, just more like as a hobby. But same thing with piano. I've just been learning, just like the theory of like all like scales, minors, all like the geeky music stuff. But yeah, I'm still there playing instruments and just spending time and having a lot of enjoyment doing it.
Yeah. And why did you want to learn instruments? When did you start learning? Wait, how old were you?
I believe at the age of 10, I started learning. So my first instrument was the drums. So at the age of 10, I started learning drums. Growing up, I didn't really have, the luxury of having a music teacher. So I had to, teach myself.
Yeah.
So I was like a self-taught drummer, and I think at the age of 12, I was already, playing like in bands. We started doing like live showcases and stuff like that, and to this day, I'm still playing. So right now, from 10 years old, I've been playing drums for about 11 years, I want to say. So that was my first instrument that I started to pick up.
And yeah, I remember one time at NPC in the piano rooms, you were like, oh, I kind of play piano, but I don't really know that much. And I'm like, well, show me what you got. And then you literally played this whole masterpiece. It was so good. I'm like, damn, this guy's a professional. I wanted to ask you of like, what are your favorite songs to play on either the guitar or the piano?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, when it comes to piano, I like focusing into like to the sad, like romantic genre, just because I really like the tone. Not like I'm not feeling depressed or anything, I'm perfectly fine, but I just really like the tone, especially like when I watch YouTube videos of pianists that express themselves really well, and you're able to like see the way they're representing themselves, see the way how they're trying to deliver out the melody to the audience, and lastly, see the way how they're playing it at their own style. And I think that's really, really cool. So mostly on piano, I'm playing like romantic, sad. I've been getting a lot of requests too from people telling me, start playing like anime because like it became popular recently. But yeah, I've been doing that as well. And then for guitar, I've always grew up with rock, thanks to my oldest brother. He's a guitarist too. He's been playing a shit ton longer than me, but yeah, I'm usually playing rock. Right now, I'm learning a rock song from a Japanese group. I think that's called One OK Rock. Yeah, it's a really special song for me. I think that the lyrics are really beautiful, and the whole sound and everything is really nice.
Yeah, really cool. I like how you mentioned in the piano how you like the sad stuff or the love song stuff because like watch any of my videos, they're all gonna be sad shit, and just the piano because piano is like my favorite instrument. I think it's so great, especially like people who play piano and sing at the same time. I'm like, whoa, that is insane.
Yeah, it's a gift, man.
Yeah. Have you ever?
I can't sing for. I could play a little bit of piano, but I can't sing for shit, man. I would love to, but yeah. You'll never catch me singing in front of an audience. That's never gonna happen.
But try playing and singing because I've tried to do it, and bro, like your brain is fried. You're trying to like know the chords and where your fingers go in your hands, but then you're trying to sing on pitch and remember the lyrics, and it is crazy. It's so bad.
It's hard, yeah. Definitely agree. I've done some showcases in the past with my band, and oh man, I had times where I was playing drums and had to sing, did bass, had to sing. I don't think I've done any for piano or guitar, but it's hard because it's like two separate rhythms, and you gotta like how you mentioned, remember pitch, but also you gotta remember that you're playing an instrument at the same time as well.
Yeah. Have you ever tried writing a song or writing like a piece of music before?
I've had, I want to say maybe senior year back in high school. But ever since then, I'm just like, I'm like grabbing like songs or like melodies, and I'll just mimic the key that the pianist is playing in, and from there I'll start adding in like maybe some orchestra because I think orchestra really flows lovely with piano music.
Yeah, I write songs too, but I kind of write it the opposite way because I don't really play instruments when I write songs. It's all in my head. Like I could be driving, I could be working or something, and like I'll have like a song idea of like a melody, and like I could hum it or something, and then lyrics just come naturally to me. But I usually write about kind of like a certain like experience or like a feeling, and then I kind of jot words on that, and I find words that rhyme. That's how I write.
Yeah.
I wrote down. I want to ask you about basketball because I know you played basketball for a long time. Was that like Did you start playing basketball when you were a kid?
Yeah, I actually did start playing basketball when I was little, but I think by the time of 7th grade, that's when I started playing with my first team, part of the Castroville Middle School. Elementary, I was just, I didn't really take it seriously, and I didn't, nor did I really take it too seriously, but I kind of saw it more as a hobby. But yeah, I think at 7th grade, that's when I started playing with the middle school team, and then freshman year of high school, I played for, I think, one season, and then from there I just went to different sports and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we were actually like in the same team. That one team for the rec center. I did that for 3 years. My mom just signed me up. She's like, "You got to do a sport." And then I'm like, "I don't want to do basketball." But then she's like,
Yeah.
"My hands are huge." So that's why they'd put me in basketball, which made and I was tall at the time. I kind of got tall before everyone else got tall. So that's why I did basketball for 3 years. But then I kind of gave that up because I found other sports that I liked. But we were actually, in the same team. I never really remembered you until I saw like a picture of like a team photo. I wrote down Angel Montez here because I wanted to mention him because I know you guys were really close, right? Like, were you guys close friends?
We were friends. I wouldn't necessarily say close. I did, we did hang out, and we did like a bunch of sports together. Have a lot of great memories. But yeah, it was the day when he passed. It was really tragic for for not just for me, but I feel like for everyone in the community that knew him, and it's just it's really. It was really sudden at the time, but like there's always that one quote that says like you never really expect what life's gonna throw at you. It's gonna be there curveballs, a lot of surprises. It can either be good, it can be bad, and just unfortunately at that time when he passed, it was it was something that was really bad.
Yeah. And I wanted to take this minute to like honor him because I knew him too, and he was always just very sweet and caring and a nice person.
Yeah.
And like I had class with him and the basketball thing too, and it was crazy, especially like for him to graduate, for him to be our age, and then for him to be gone like that. It kind of hits you in the face, like, oh my God, like he had his whole like life ahead of him, and like I've been saying this for a while, but like the worst things happen to the best people, and it's really terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really unexplainable. Like we had the other people that sadly passed away too, Miss Henderson, Juan, Angel, and I'm not sure if you know Joseph Tini Hero.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard, but he actually passed a little while ago.
Like a few months ago?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, a few months ago.
Holy shit. I actually had no idea. I didn't even see that anywhere.
Yeah, I don't really know the whole story, but from what I was hearing, I'm not sure if this is just rumors, but I guess they just found him. I'm not sure if it was at night or in the morning, but apparently I think that he overdosed. And then from right there, I didn't hear about it until I heard it from, some of my friends, and I couldn't even believe it because even though I didn't really know Joseph for that long, but we did do like sports together and stuff, and I did hang out with him. He's a really, really great kid. He's really funny, but that sad event happened recently as well. So yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I knew him. Wow, that breaks my heart. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay, moving on, cause shit.
Yeah.
Actually, not really moving on, cause I I wrote down cause I remember a few months ago. Well, my dog passed away, Max, and you reached out to me, kind of making me feel better, and you mentioned about your dog. So I wanted to ask about your dog. How long did you have your dog before he passed away?
Man, I think I've only had mine like 4 to like 5 months only. Yeah, man, she was really sad actually. I don't mind sharing the story with you, but that's if you want to hear it. But if you don't want to hear it as well, I don't. it's okay. I won't share it. But I mean, it's up to you if
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
are,
Go ahead.
So yeah, my dog that recently passed, it was my brother's. I remember the first thing we got him, we went all the way to Gonzales to go get him. Such an adorable, little puppy. And even when he passed, he was still a baby. But long story short, I can't remember what day, but my brother took, his dog, our dog, to the dog park. And, like how most drivers and, that have, like, dogs would, like, sit their dogs in, like, in the passenger seat with, like, the window open and stuff like that. So as my brother was driving, I'm not sure if he took a sharp turn, but I guess he had the window rolled all the way down, and my dog actually fell out of the car onto the street, and a car that was behind my brother hit him. And from right there on the floor, my brother, he was, like, in a state of shock. The dude, I guess, was, he was surprised too, but, he wasn't offering. He's like, dude, do you need help? Or, do you want me to call some help? Or, do you want me to go with you to the hospital? Like, my brother was telling me that he was just sitting there, like, looking like a, kind of a dumbass. But when my brother picked him up, since my dog was in a lot of pain because of the impact of the car and it hit him, my brother got a lot of bite marks from his dog because, the dog was in a, hit really bad, and he didn't want to be moved. So when we took him to the, to the vet, they were saying, we can, restore your dog. And it is going to cost, like, unfortunately, a lot of money, but they said on the downside of this that it's probably, the dog's not going to be the same. So it was either, we did that, tried to, cure him, but he wasn't going to be the same, or we put him down. And we thought about it thoroughly, and we just decided, we don't want to make this dog suffer because, dogs and just pets in general, really, really beautiful to have. It's an absolute opportunity to have company on our side all the time. So we just decided to sadly put our dog down, and then
Well, I'm really sorry about that. That's really sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like how I mentioned earlier. It's not even humans, but, like, it's just life in general. It's really unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen, but the best, is just, keep moving with the future. Just always remember what you have, and all, like, the blessings that that you're setting yourself up for the near future. That's the way I'm seeing life. When those events happen, in the backside events, I always, I'm not going to say that I was always, happy after, because, who's going to be happy, like, when they lose, like, something very valuable to them? They're going to be sad for, like, a few days, maybe weeks, months. It takes a while, but, I always try to think about, like, as I mentioned, like, just all the positivity that I still have and all the blessings.
Yeah, man. And like with Max, we got Max like March of 2020. Yeah, 2020. So we had him for a good, like, 7-8 months. Actually, no, we had him about a year. I'd say like a year. We had him for a year. He was a golden retriever, lab, and a German shepherd mix. He was black. And yeah, my sister wanted him. Was asking for a puppy for so long. And then we got him, and then yeah, he was the coolest puppy. And then he got big, and then yeah, my dad he got his own place. So now I had my mom's house and then my dad's house. So Max moved with my dad, but my dad, he lives right off of 156 in Prunedale. And and imagine 156, Jamie, like that highway. If an animal gets on there, they are gone.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, we took Max to the backyard to use the bathroom, and he just like ran off and right to the highway, and that's how that happened. And it's sad because like pets, they become like family members. It's like shit, we lost a family member. So that's exactly what happened. And it takes a while to move on. At that moment, it's kind of like, how am I going to recover from this? But you're kind of just being like unrealistic, because like in a few months you're going to be just fine. You're going to remember them, but like you said, life goes on. And yeah, now my sisters are in Puerto Rico. They're going to bring back a Chihuahua, so we're going to see how that's going to go.
That's right, man. Are you looking forward to it?
I mean, every pet that we've had, I've never like wanted or asked for it. They just kind of like show up. So it's nothing new to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I've always wanted a pug or a bulldog, but I guess that's gonna happen when I move out and I get my own shit.
Yeah, completely agree, man. It's hard too. Having a pet, it's a big responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, it's like having like an extra family member. So you always got to remember, bathing the pet, bringing in food, water, taking it, walks, and yeah, it has its own responsibilities too. But man, pets are a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, especially like when they're puppies, when they're newborns, when they cry at night and they need extra attention, they're like babies. That's terrible. Did I write anything else for you? Oh, I wanted to ask you about because I love learning about new music from all of my guests. So, who are your favorite bands or musicians or stuff like that?
From America or just any music?
Whatever, like your favorite. Yeah.
Um, it's a hard question. I listen to so many people, honestly.
Me too.
Let's see. Well, I guess starting off for Japanese music, I listen to a artist called Kenshi Yonezu.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually funny. There's a story for this guy. I actually, when I first started listening to his music, I fell deeply like in love with his style, the way he was representing himself in his music video, the tones. Even though at the time I couldn't, understand like jack squat for Japanese language. Yeah, still I can, but I actually heard him the first time back in senior year high school. Do you know Joel Rosas?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Joel Rosas, shout out to Boyo, man. He showed me that artist, his music, and then from there I just started exploring. And then like a little later on, I started taking that Japanese class because of that, and then I got like into anime and stuff. Long time ago though, and from right there, it's just someone that I feel super passionate for. So yeah, he's one of my favorite. I listen to another artist. What was his name?
I want to mention Joel Rosas. If you're listening, I've been planning to do a cover of Evanescence. I know how much you love Evanescence, so I'm trying to do My Immortal, but it's not working out for me because it's really hard to sing. But I'm going to keep working on it, and I'm going to let you know when it comes out. All right. Back to you, Jamie.
Yes, another artist from Japan is a singer called Suda Masaki. He's another great singer, and they collabed. The first person I mentioned, Kenichi Yonezu, Suda Masaki, they collabed on a song, and that was actually the song that got me, intrigued into Japanese. And then I have a shit ton, honestly, Japanese artists. But those are my top two. And then maybe for Western music, I'm into rock, so I like listening to a band called Avenged Sevenfold. Really good band. Um, Actually, their original drummer passed away. I'm not sure. I want to say maybe like 10 years ago. I actually looked up to him before I started drumming and got really into his playing style. I just got an interest because, I saw that he played the drums so well, and I was like, I want to get to his level someday. So, Avenged Sevenfold is one of my favorite bands. Another one I would want to say, tough. I can just only think of them right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super sick though. I love that. You have to send it to me, right? So I could listen.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Have I sent you stickers yet of my podcast? Have I?
I don't think so.
Okay, when we're done, send me your address so I could send you some stickers. All right.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Last thing I wanted to mention is exactly like how we met. Because for me, I feel like I always knew who you were, but it wasn't until like senior year where we would like say hi to each other here and there, and then we kind of just started like snapping or talking, and then that's it. We became friends, and then all of a sudden we were like at Denny's hanging out, getting food. It just happened. That's pretty much like how we met, right?
Yeah, man. It's actually kind of funny because I can't even remember how we met. Like I knew about you, but like I can't really remember. I know we started talking and stuff, and I do remember we went to Denny's super super long ago. But holy shit, man, I can't remember like how like it first happened.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? It's crazy.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to. Oh, I also one time like I didn't know like how nice you were and like kind and caring until like I was in Puerto Rico for one summer, and you sent me like a video on Snapchat just kind of saying like, I hope you had a nice flight, you have a great summer, praying for you, like this and that. Like that, literally, I've never received anything like that from anyone, and that's one of the nicest things. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, it's all about spreading positivity, no matter what kind of day, maybe at the time if I was having a good or a bad day, you always want to wish upon other people, a better day, because you never know, what's going on in their lives. And, just doing, small stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people appreciate it as well, especially when, they tell it to me. I really appreciate even the smallest things ever. And I feel like now we got this whole pandemic going on, still stressing out, the both of us. And, probably outside of this, you have your job too. You're probably stressed out. You got to manage really well your time with, the podcast and YouTube. And, it's definitely hard, but, being able to bring in that positive energy, to other people and just let them know, to always be safe, to always, do their best. I feel like a lot of people appreciate that. And, traveling too. I've only traveled one time, super long ago. So I remember I was a little bit scared at first because of that whole airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And like my freaking, I couldn't even like feel my entire body. Like I just felt like a straight up zombie. But you never know. As I mentioned earlier, life's a ton of surprises. So when I sent you that message, it was to just show that to care about your safety. Being over there and making it back safely. There has been a bunch of incidents in the past. Sorry, where there was like maybe plane crashes or all these other stuff too. So you really just always want to wish the best for anyone, honestly, at any time.
Yeah, definitely. Always being kind and showing positivity and kindness to everyone. Like you said, you never know what people are going through, so you might as well do your part to make them feel better, and instead of making shit feel worse. Where did you?
Exactly,
Where did you travel to?
So I went to El Salvador, where I'm from.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't born there. I was born in Santa Cruz, so I've always lived in California my entire life. But I visited El Salvador, I think at the age of 8, I want to say, or 10. It was a nice experience, dude. But I don't think I want to go again. It was way too hot. I got out of the plane and I just instantly started sweating. Like, holy shit, man! Like, I wanted to die over there. It was extremely hot.
Dude, Puerto Rico's super hot too. It's always. It doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. It's always like 90s, 100s. Even I just got back from a trip to Disney, LA. LA was like 90s, but like we stopped to get gas, some Lost Hills or whatever the hell. 120 degrees, Jamie.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like,
I don't understand. I feel like my sister says it too. I don't understand people who say that, like, oh, I want to live in a place that's like really hot, and then we have like over here, like I'm here like living in Monterey, and it's like, dude, this has to be the perfect weather because it's all gloomy, or even when it's hot, like we have the beach like so close, but like it's not to the point where it gets like really hot, like hell's inferno,
But like with someone like me, who's like, I hate the hot weather because I'm usually always sweating. If I see 70 degrees, I'm already sweating. If I go to the gym, I'm looking around for the fans on the ceiling because I don't want to be sweating in this bitch. And then I go to Puerto Rico and it's the worst. I love the cold weather. I love it.
Exactly, yeah. And man, and just I'm just so fortunate, to be able to live over here. And I've heard my girlfriend, she's telling me, because she lives in Japan, she's telling me that even though it's summer, it has been raining, but it's been hot. And I'm like, what? I like, how does that make sense? But now she's been telling me that like it's not raining, but it's freaking hot. Like, it's really, really hot. And I'm like, damn, if I, am able to pursue my career and, accomplish it, I probably might just come back to California for like the summer and not even get involved with that summer heat wave in Japan. Yeah, because I'm so bad for hot weather. It's just not me.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
So originally I used this one app. It's a language exchange app called Hello Talk. It's actually kind of funny. I found it on TikTok a little while ago. But anyways, I met her through that. We just started language exchanging, and like everything just started clicking with me and her. And we just started hitting it off really, really well, and we just decided to move into like a relationship that's a little bit more serious.
Yeah. That's really cool. I've never heard anything like that. I think that's really cool. How long have you guys been dating?
So we've been dating for about 4 months. Yes, 4 months, yeah.
That's really cool. That's really nice. And I'm assuming you haven't seen her in person yet?
No, I haven't. So, I haven't seen her in person. I'm planning to see her soon, but probably the closest I've ever come in contact with her is, through a phone call or a video call. Yeah. But that's probably about like the closest. Yeah, but hopefully get the opportunity to see her someday.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you for coming on my podcast, Jaimey. This is usually the time where I'll ask my guests if they have any questions for me before we finish up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I did have a question I did want to ask you. What made you start doing, podcasts and stuff? Were you always like passionate about talking in front of an audience, or did you just get influenced by hearing other people doing podcasts? Or
Yeah. It's a tough question because I was kind of like I don't want to say getting tired of the YouTube thing, but I was kind of over it of singing for so much, and the idea kind of hit me like in the beginning of COVID, because I'm like, having a podcast right now would be super cool, just having a lot of people on virtually. And but a big thing about it was my confidence issues. Like I was always shy and timid. I never spoke to anyone. I'm such an introvert. I never really talked to anyone, and so having a podcast was an idea. It was been in the back of my head for a few months, and then I know how to use GarageBand, and I already had some mics, and I'm like, I think I could actually work this out. It's just a matter of fact if anyone would want to come on. But then I was thinking of like people who could, if the people we graduated with, if anyone would be able to have this podcast. And there's very few people that I was able to think of, because most people would just have their friend groups and they'll run out of people to have. But me, on the other hand, like I've met every single person in our graduating class. I know I was friends with everyone. I feel like I was friendly with everyone and I knew everyone. So right off the bat, I was writing down guests that I'd like to have, and I wrote down 85 people. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, these 85 people would definitely come on. So little by little, I got 12 out of the way, and then this season I'll have another 12. But it was just a matter of starting it, and just I was listening to podcasts and watching talk shows and taking notes on how to be a good host. The beginning was more nerve-wracking for me, especially with like the newer people who I haven't seen in a long time. But it just became very natural for me, just having questions to ask and just having a normal conversation. So that's how it happened. And then season 1 ended like in June, no, like in end of May, and I needed a little break because it was a lot to record and post and have a new episode every week in the middle of my semester. It was really weird. So this time things are going to be a little different, where I'm recording all these episodes now, and then I'll post them later, like in August, and I'll have everything ready to go. But that's why I started it, just confidence and to talk to people, reconnect, because I never really get to see a lot of people. Tomorrow I'm recording one with Cassidy Healy. Haven't seen her since graduation, so that'll be fun. And Nikki DeFries, or Jimenez, I guess. She's married now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's coming on. So that's basically why, and I love this podcast. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. As you mentioned too, building confidence. When I started learning to Japanese, I'll try not to talk too much about this, but I've always been like the shy person and stuff. Didn't really like putting myself out there. But moreover, I did have to start talking to new people. In order to grow knowledge of more, to expand my knowledge of Japanese vocabulary, or just practicing with native people, dude. But like, it's even now, like, I feel like it's still a little bit hard to get out of there. Not necessarily like in the past I was like an antisocial person, but like I didn't really like socializing with people, even with family. Like when I go to like quinceañeras or like birthday parties, dude, I'm just there to eat, and then I just want to roll out. Like, I'm not there to like to talk and stuff. Like, it's not me.
You're reminding me so much of myself. I go to parties and shit, and I'm like, where's the food? And I never, in big situations, in big crowds, I never talk to anyone. The only time you're gonna see me like out of my comfort zone is if you give me a mic and you want me to sing, then I'll fucking sing. But talking to people, no.
Yeah, same thing with me. Like, if someone's like, here, I want you to play like the drums or the bass, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But like, If I'm gonna stay there, like I finish my food like in 15 minutes, and then we stay like an additional like 5 hours just talking to like each family member. It's like holy shit, man! It's like get me out, you know? Yeah.
Oh my god. Exactly. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. This means a lot to me. And our episode will come out sometime in August, maybe middle August. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, man. Likewise, I really appreciate you asking me these questions, and also for giving me the opportunity to be in your podcast, man. It's an absolute privilege. So thank you so much for that, and keep doing your best on your podcast, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye, guys. Love you.